Joey Glenn here. We are back with the Philly Face-Off on PhillyFaceOffLive.com, presented by BixtarSports. Quick turnaround here as we are about to begin the Charles Barkley 8th grade division championship. Is going to feature the Boston Showstoppers as well as the Fairfax Stars Premier out of Baltimore. This is the Charles Barkley 8th grade division championship, our first championship of our broadcast this weekend. And we're about to get started in just a few moments. I'll have to call along with Max Duffy momentarily, as this is now game 6 of our weekend broadcast. We thank you for joining us, and be sure to share PhillyFaceOffLive.com with everyone, college recruiters, family, and friends who could not make it out here, as we are live from Peak Skills Basketball in West Berlin, New Jersey. Be sure to share this link and join us, as we will have an exciting game coming up in just a few moments. And we'll have tip-off in just a few moments coming up.
All right, we're good.
All right.
Yeah.
No time to sleep. All right.
No, this is Boston, Massachusetts versus Fairfax.
It's like Fairfax, Baltimore. I kind of wrote it out funny.
What ref? I see one ref over there.
Where's my girl from yesterday?
The other one's got his shirt on.
I thought my girl from yesterday would be here.
Let's go, let's go!
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, the ref took his shirt off.
Wait,
Ref
what?
took his shirt off. I'm the one who just said it. If I didn't say it, they ain't doing nothing. All right.
That's
All
great.
right, let's go. Talk.
All right, Joey Glenn here with Max Duffy. This is Philly Face-Off on PhillyFaceOffLive.com, presented by BixtarSports. We are coming live from Peak Skills Basketball in West Berlin, New Jersey. This is our second game of today's broadcast, and it's going to be a crucial one, as it is the Charles Barkley Division 8th grade championship, and it's going to feature the Boston Showstoppers as well as the Fairfax Baltimore Stars Premier, Fairfax, Virginia, Baltimore, Maryland, as a couple of the Showstoppers taking their final shots. Boston Showstoppers will be wearing a royal blue sort of camo top with gold letters, and Baltimore Fairfax keeping it simple with white jerseys with a navy blue dark trimming and numbers. As our officials coming over to greet us, good morning again. We want to give a ton of credit to our officiating teams, not just doing the games in front of us, the games on the further end of the court. And Max Duffy is here to join me as we are about to go and do tip-off. It is Paris Locke along with Sophia Fontaine to do tip-off. Boston will be going from right to left, Fairfax from left to right. As I am now noticing the Boston Showstoppers uniforms match the colors of the Boston Marathon. Their official colors, the blue and more of a goldenrod yellow, and tip-off begins. This is the Charles Barkley 8th grade championship, and already a lot of loose ball action. Cameron Dorsey with the ball, tipping it off, moving it around. And our first shot of the game is up and good. Laurie Satchel, the first points of this championship game. And Fairfax, Baltimore up. Fairfax, Baltimore Stars Premier. That ball is tipped in front of us. Up and off the glass, no good. That was Paris Locke with the a wide open look. That one is off. It would have been for 2. Boston again trying to respond. That pass up off and no good. That was Amelia Ogilvy to Sienna Gibson. Paris Locke trying to do a one-on-one, and she gets the ball stripped from behind. And that was stripped by Shail Morrison. Again, Joey Glenn here with Max Duffy. And Max, we didn't get much rest in between games, but we're not going to complain, right?
That's right, Joe. And we're seeing a lot of fast-paced offense here and early on here in Game 2 that we're covering today. And I expect to see nothing less.
That one is up and good. Credit that one to Laurie Satchel. And it's a 4-0 early lead for Fairfax. Paris Locke has been all over the court so far. She was the opening tip-off. Already the turnover. And now looking for a long two. No good, and that's rebounded by her counterpart, Sophia Fontaine, also in the opening tip-off. Up off the front of the rim, no good for Taylor Barros. And that ball goes out of play onto our further end of the court. And a quick stoppage of play. That ball's going to stay with Boston. Seen a lot of interesting uniforms throughout the day, and this, I had to say this has to be one of my favorite ones from Boston. Paris Locke with the steal for Fairfax. They do have a 2-on-1 advantage. Shot up off the glass and good. Damani Dorsey puts it up after Paris Locke getting another steal and a turnover. Paris Locke really causing a lot of traffic issues. Ball right in front of us, going to Amelia Ogilvy, and that ball is out of play. Going to stay off the foot, and it's going to stay with Boston. Taylor Barros to inbound, 12:20 and counting, 6-0. Now we're getting called stop because we're going to have a substitution, a late substitution at that, but we do get the substitution in, and it's going to be Destiny Ward stepping in as Marley Saunders steps off the floor, 12:06 and counting, and we finally get our buzzer to continue. And we're getting trying to get clarification on who the foul was on. They say 11. 21, Damani Dorsey. That's who the foul is called on. Off the inbound, Paris Locke again causing a lot of traffic issues as that pass was intended for Cheyenne Swain. But Paris with a deflection. This is the Charles Barkley 8th grade championship in that division. Rejected. Damani Dorsey. Clean block out of play, 11:36. Again, Boston looking for their first points of the game. So I need some help, and we're going to get a travel call for a violation as Cheyenne Swain was in a lot of trouble. Could not get a lot of help with a traffic jam, and that's going to be a common thing we see in this game clearly, and the ball comes in from the other game, and that is going to put a pause on the fast break. That's the first time we've really seen in our broadcast over the weekend. If you've missed any of our action from yesterday, be sure to check here on our site, PhillyFaceOffLive.com, and our archive games from yesterday saw some great action. Because there is a second game going on at all times on the further end of the court, on occasion we will see a ball come into play, but that was the first time that a play really had to stop as a result. That shot off and no good, putting it right back up. Locke now putting it back up, no good, and Boston finally does get a rebound. Boston, 10:40 remaining, a few minutes in this game, still looking for their first points. Paris Locke steals the ball, prevents it from getting out of play, now trying to do it on her own, gets the pass, and they're going to draw a passing foul. Laurie Satchel was the intended target, and Cheyenne Swain called for the foul. It's going to be called on the floor. It was not a shot, so we'll be getting it inbounded from Damani Dorsey. Dorsey to Locke. Off her hands. Boston now looking for their first chance. Showstoppers trying to get their first points of the game, and they do. Amelia Ogilvy with the first points of the game for Boston. 2-on-1 situation, shot up, over, and good. As Destiny Ward had to get that over Cheyenne Swain, the 6-foot Cheyenne Swain, listed 6 feet. Now a cherry-picking baseball pass. Paris Locke already multiple steals in this game. And Now tumble on the floor. Ooh, a lot of contact on the floor right there. Thought we'd have a jump ball call. We do not. This ball is still alive. This play is still alive. That shot is off the glass. No good. Paris Locke. This is for three. Ooh, in and out, no good, but very close. Ball out of play. Max, what were you seeing on that sequence? I certainly saw a lot of bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, a lot of fast-paced, moving offense. A little sloppy with ball handling, but, I expect that to get cleaned up. It's still very early on here in game 2.
Delani Yarbo enters the game, number 14 for Fairfax. She is the 6'1" as the basket converted by Destiny Ward. It's 10-2, 8-point early lead for Fairfax. Boston, this is for three, off and no good. That was Tyler Barros attempting the shot, and the ball goes out of play. It's going to go in the direction of Fairfax.
Yeah, right now, Joe, Showstoppers are getting out-hustled just a little bit off the glass, and that's something they need to clean up.
Paris Locke getting a deserving rest. That ball goes haywire almost, and that is going to be out of play. Destiny Ward had a chance to save it. It just goes out of play. 8:23 and counting. Again, this is the 8th grade Charles Barkley Division Championship, and featuring the Boston Showstoppers. Say that 10 times fast. Along with the Fairfax Stars Baltimore Premier. Inbound, Destiny Ward tips it. Boston recovers. Andrea Manley passing it over to Sophia Fontaine, and it goes out of play, so an empty trip for Boston. 7:55. Good crowd on hand behind us. It's been a good crowd all weekend. Very supportive and passionate family and friend fan base making the trip out here to West Berlin. That shot is up off the back of the rim, no good. 1 on 3 as Boston, the rest of the team recovers. It was Sienna Gibson all alone. Morrisine, Shail Morrisine, the most letters of any name on my roster at the current moment. Morrisine, up and no good. And boy, Cheyenne Swain really aggressive down there trying to get the ball back. And instead we will see substitution coming in. Shineen Odenigbo, number 24, has stepped in. She's actually 6'4", tallest player listed for Boston, one of the tallest players we've seen in this tournament.
And that's going to be a tough matchup in the low post.
Well, here's a tough matchup now. Destiny Ward up off the glass and no good. And our first jump ball of the game is Odenigbo makes the rebound. Again, my name is Joey Glenn. I'm joined by Max Duffy. You're watching Philly Face-Off on PhillyFaceOffLive.com, presented by BixtarSports. As we will not complain, we do get a lot of lineups at the very last minute and without any phonetic pronunciations to help us. So for family and friends watching, should there be any mispronunciations, we apologize in advance. But of course, we are happy to bring you footage of these young ladies playing this afternoon.
For some championship basketball, Joe.
Championship basketball. The Charles Barkley Division. And our director, Derek Rizzo, informing me Charles Barkley is not in attendance this afternoon. And I'm sure if he was, Charles, if you're listening out there, I'm sure your head would be sweating pretty hard today. It is warmed up in this building, 5:30 and counting as that ball goes out of play. It's warmed up not just in temperature, it's warmed up in terms of the energy, as you can not only hear our crowd, but the crowd for the game on the further end. Timeout on the floor with 5:25 remaining in the first half. Again, this is the Philly Face-Off live on PhillyFaceOffLive.com, presented by BixtarSports. Visit www.BixtarSports.com. And while this is certainly a great way to get your name out there, brand your athlete is even better, because not every game is going to be on BixtarSports.com, so why not get a professional marketing website to put your name out there, get your name out to collegiate directors, as well as just family and friends. Visit brandyorathlete.com, where we will make a professional website for you. You can text number 570-217-7615. Again, that's 570-217-7615. BrandYourAthlete.com. Return to the floor now, 5:25 remaining. The story for Boston has been trying to score the basket, and Fairfax kind of taking advantage of a sluggish Boston team getting back onto the floor, although Boston was on the correct end of the floor, kind of caught off guard. Boston again looking for another point, and a clean block by Delani Yarbrough, pardon me. For three, Ward, good. Excuse me, that's Chase Bell just entering the game. Chase Bell, Ward and Bell both rocking braids. This is for three for Boston, and all just off the front. But chasing it down is Amelia Ogilvy, who also took the shot, and finally a whistle on the floor. The clock is going to stay running consistently until 8 minutes into the second half. Here's a steal by Bell. Shot up. That's Ward. I'm doing this again. But putting it up and scoring again, Taylor Barros. 15-2, and Boston is desperate for a bucket. 3:55 and counting. 4-3 off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded, slips out of her hands. Ball coming to our table. Andrea Manley had a rebound and just got out of her hands at the last moment. Long shot off the right side, no good. Yanley with the rebound, and a jump ball is called on the floor. 3:30 and counting in the period, and we'll have a couple substitutions, and we'll get you caught up on those in just a moment. Returning McKenna Carroll, her first appearance, number 30 for Fairfax, as well as Janique Gaithier. Most of Boston's starting lineup still on the floor, and that shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound, getting close to the out-of-bound mark, it stays alive. Eventually McKenna Carroll just entering the game, getting the rebound, and Cameron Dorsey, aggressive there, but the shot is finally put away by Marley Saunders. It is a 17-2 game, 2:40. Fairfax Stars, Baltimore Premier, very aggressive early on as that shot goes over the net. And 2:28. Fairfax not looking to slow down at all. That shot was for three, just off, no good. Rebounded, Fairfax keeps it, and that's intercepted. A chance for a breakaway, a chance to take advantage of a turnover, but a turnover happens right again. Cameron Dorsey with a crazy sequence, a steal, the crossover, the ball still alive. Can she get an assist too? Oh, just off. Counting in our first half. This is the Charles Barkley Division 8th grade championship. And 30 seconds and counting, 17-2. Boston Every second counting when you have a running clock. Every second in a game period, but especially on a running clock. And Boston just looking for something, some sort of momentum to get them back in. Looking for a foul, does not get one. Fontaine to put it back up, no good. 15 seconds and counting. Boston, again, looking for any sort of momentum. Now we're under 10 seconds. Fairfax has the opportunity to take the final shot of the half. Dorsey thought about three, now moving to her right. Here's a shot. That is going to be the end of our first Charles Barkley 8th grade championship.
Yeah, just it's coming back on. Yeah. It's bad reception. Real bad.
One with the, yeah. That's all. Boston looking for any sort of momentum push. Paris Locke, no foul called, and now finally a foul call. Paris Locke, a starter for Fairfax. The opening tip-off and has played very well overall through all points of the game. This is the Charles Barkley Division Championship and certainly playing game style similar to the round mound of rebound. Another tongue twister at first. Shot is good, and it's a 20-2 game. This is Laurie Satchel at the line. And the next one is up and off. Cameron Dorsey with the rebound. This is for three. It is good. From the corner, Marley Saunders. And 5 points in that possession. It is 23-2. And Boston ends the drought.
And that's what Boston needs to do. They need to penetrate and create space.
Shael Morrison with that field goal for three. Up and off, Paris Locke, aggressive rebound, fighting for a shot and will get fouled. Damani Dorsey had a clean look for three. And Paris Locke, who again, I aforementioned, playing a strong game, she gets it right back, puts it up, just off. I don't go along without saying Paris Locke's name. That's how her performance has been. And there she is right there getting the rebound. And another name, Cameron Dorsey, running down the line. Nice bounce pass for the assist off the glass. Is good to Laurie Satchel.
Yep, found her in the back door.
Knock, knock, who's home? Oh, it's Satchel. Now Boston just trying to have a little trouble advancing the ball. Slip of the pass there, Fontaine. Up and off. Paris Locke with the rebound. Dorsey. Up and off the glass, and a foul call on the play, and certainly a lot of frustration on the faces of the Boston Showstoppers. Still playing with tremendous effort. Time ball on the play from our second court. That has already stopped one play in this game. And that one is off, no good. And substitution as Fontaine is going to step out and be substituted by Andrena Manley. Dorsey makes the second one and is good. And another quick substitution. Dorsey will step out. And Chase Bell will relieve her momentarily. Pass to the corner, aggressive defense by Fairfax. Thought about a shot there, will not go. Here's a shot for three. It is up and off the front of the rim, no good. Paris Locke again with the rebound. Pressing from the corner for three. It is good. Chase Bell with another three. And Fairfax running away with this one. Nice pass. Got it past the defender and getting double teamed, and finally it falls to the floor, but that pass is going to get intercepted. 2-on-1 situation. Pass up off the rim, no good. Fall to the floor, we're going to have a jump ball. Chase Bell. Sorry, Max. Chase Bell and Damani Dorsey were on the play there.
Yeah, and the offensive rebounding has been killing Boston, and that's something that they're going to have to really try and prevent from here on out. It's 11:41 left in the second half. They want to get back in this one.
Not necessarily a lot of tall players on Fairfax, as Cheyenne Swain for Boston puts it up, and Paris Locke up and good. As I was going to say, not a lot of tall players. Only one player for Fairfax is listed over 6 foot, but certainly it's not just the height, but the size and the hustle. Get your own website done ASAP with brandyourathlete.com. If you are any athlete at any level looking to make that next step to the collegiate level, you need to get yourself a site to market yourself. Visit brandyourathlete.com. You can also contact the number 570-217-7615. Again, that's 570-217-7615. And again, this is only the beginning of the basketball. All the basketball you'll see this year. The She Hoops Showcase is September 8th. It's a invitational girls teams from grades 6 to 11. It'll be held at the Life Center Academy. So stay tuned and look up the She Hoops Showcase for more information. 11:24 remaining in regulation. This is the Charles Barkley Division, the 8th grade championship. My name is Joey Glenn, and I'm joined by Max Duffy. You're watching Philly Face-Off on the PhillyFaceOffLive.com, presented by BixtarSports. Second of our 4 games that we are broadcasting today. Game number 6 of our 8 games this weekend, and a steal, and foul. Players on the floor, blocked shot. Laurie Satchel for Fairfax. And they're going to say clean block out on Cheyenne Swain. Great defensive presence by Swain. Deep pass. Locke now in the corner. Pass again, going right back to the corner. Great defense by Boston. They are double teaming. Now Locke left all alone. The one player who all eyes should be on right now, Paris Locke, as she puts up another point and is going to be rewarded with an and one to the line. And now the officials meeting over something. Quick chat and perhaps a little slip up there. Our officials really working hard, not getting enough credit for the job that they've done today. And again, for those of you watching our broadcast, there is a second game being held at all times on the further end of the floor, and a nice shot. Really had to reach up high to get that one. Taylor Barros really had to elevate. And a nice pass over the middle. Laurie Satchel gets that one in. The assist by Marley Saunders. And again, Fairfax continuing to be aggressive. It doesn't matter what the score is for them. 10-11 and counting. This has actually been one of the slower moving halves, and a jump ball. Marley Saunders and Zyra Moore for Boston. Tip pass. Dorsey. Try to get the pass across the middle. Damani Dorsey was looking for Chase Bell. And that ball slipped down, pardon me, McKenna Carroll. McKenna Carroll, number 30. Chase Bell, number 10. Both of them are currently on the floor. Pass over to Fontaine. Fontaine finds the glass, and good. Sophia Fontaine playing just about every minute of this game, 6'2". And right off the glass, McKenna Carroll, after just re-entering the game, as Fairfax continues to really increase their separation in this one. But again, what coaches are looking for, certainly the collegiate recruiters watching this broadcast, and certainly fans of the players on the floor today. How do you carry yourself in a situation like this? Certainly large deficit, a lot of time left, and cannot assume anything in these games. First shot up. What a arc to that shot. Like a rainbow. A lot of hang time there. This is Shael Morrison at the line for her second of 2. That one is good. Now under 9 minutes, whistle on the floor. And we're going to have a substitution before we continue. Is Shanae Odenigbo. Again, I apologize for any mispronunciations. I do not have a phonetic list, but I do my best. Across the floor, back to center. This is for three. Oh, someone got a piece of that. And that was McKenna Carroll who got a piece of that. Now Fontaine, back up, no good. Interesting sequence there, a lot of defense, a lot of rebounding, balls kind of slipping out. That one is just barely kept alive, but then they're going to call out of play. But certainly great effort by Delani Yarborough for Fairfax. A little short delay, Taylor Barros to inbound. Or left side for Manley. Odenigbo. Manley. Barros thought about going for three, now pressing in. Manley, this is for three, and just off. Fontaine rebounded, and there was a whistle. I think there was a hesitation for a moment because the players may have thought that whistle came down from the further end of the gym. And it was, in fact, in this game. Fairfax really dominating this game. That shot is up and good. Shot from the foul line for McKenna Carroll. Sinks it with 7:06 and counting. The clock will stop for moments such as this as a jump ball, as now we are in our second half. And our clock is still running, and that could be due to mercy rules. 6:49, and it has been Fairfax from the jump, making their presence known with a combination of generating turnovers, drawing fouls such as this, as Delani Yarborough will go to the line. And yeah, Max, has been a combination of everything. Really haven't found many flaws in Fairfax's game.
Yeah, they've been working the glass on the offensive and defensive end, been suffocating Boston all day long. And we saw how that worked out last game that we announced, and it's tough to get by.
And those watching our broadcast who may be Max Duffy fans, if you're wondering why we're not hearing so much of him, Max Duffy's actually pulling double duty. He is also operating one of our cameras, and certainly kind enough to let me catch my breath and get a sip of water here and there. And I appreciate the job he's been doing.
Again.
I appreciate the shout out.
Oh, of course. Good. That is a nice pass across the middle, and it goes to Destiny Ward for two. And Max, you gotta get you some fans on Twitter, social media. Add you on Snapchat. Charles Barkley, 8th grade division championship. Fontaine, Sophia Fontaine, just off the mark. Yarborough tries to keep it alive and caught mostly air right there. You can see a quick little laugh on her face as she tried saving it. And again, that's something you have to admire, regardless of the score, regardless of the clock. These players doing everything to keep balls in bounds. Fontaine's shot is just off the mark. Had a little piece of it was Destiny Ward, and a quick stoppage of play. It's going to be a possession call, jump ball possession call, going in favor of Fairfax, as we'll see some substitutions now. You can see the score on our crawler right here. Fontaine fighting for it. Fontaine had Yarborough and Ward clinging onto her, and makes the rebound. Oh, nice hesitation right there. Quick little pass that gets ejected by Paris Locke. Ball kept alive, and that ball is going to hit under the bottom of the backboard, but they will call a foul. Again, Paris Locke has been all over the ball today, but a great overall effort from Amelia Ogilvy along with Shael Morrison to keep the play alive, and it's going to result in a trip to the line for Odenigbo. 4:05 and counting in our regulation, and first shot just off the mark. regardless of the way things have gone, impressed by this Boston team. Appears to be a strong chemistry and support from the players, and certainly not allowing for discouragement by the outcome to affect their game, as that shot is off and Fairfax pressing down, and Paris Locke again. Shot, is this for three? It is off the front. Ogilvy looking for help to the corner. Quick hesitation and a strip and a steal. Laurie Satchel with the strip. Still has not passed the ball, and wow, coast to coast goes Laurie Satchel. Approaching our final minutes of regulation in the Charles Barkley Division 8th grade championship. Paris Locke with the steal. She got some help there from Janique Gaithier. Paris Locke has been locked in. Any future broadcasters at the NCAA level, I want copyright on that, as Locke puts it up off the glass and good. You heard it here first on PhillyFaceOffLive.com, presented by BixtarSports. We still have 2 more games later this afternoon for you, so certainly stick around and join us, as it might be a little too late for you guys to get out here to Peak Skills Arena. Locke's bonus shot is up and good.
Yeah, it was a beautiful dish inside, right to Locke, draw the foul, and one play.
Absolutely. Elevate Elite national team out of Virginia, and City Rocks DNA out of New York will be our next game, as Ogilvy with a nice shot for 3 sinks it. That next game projected, scheduled to start at 3 o'clock Eastern, approaching now 1:30 here in West Berlin, New Jersey. For those of you not familiar with the area, we're about 15 miles east of Center City, Philadelphia, about 80 miles south of New York City, and about 120 miles northeast of Washington, D.C. Great center. Basketball academies held here throughout the year. Oh, aggressive on the play, drawing the foul, Shaya Morrison, with 1:16 left to go. And again, continuing our shout outs, want to certainly thank all those involved in the building, from the officials, volunteers helping out at registration, the snack stand, which I am certainly going to visit at the conclusion of this one. I know I'm not running around. These are the ladies on the floor, the ones who are really working there. Locke again. Paris to Destiny Ward. Ward off the glass and good. Paris Locke filling the stat sheet in this one. Certainly going to draw a lot of attention from this one, along with really all the ladies on the floor, as we've seen really tremendous efforts throughout. But Paris has been locked in. As we approach the final minutes of this one. 8 seconds, and Dorsey is going to dribble this one out, as team members getting up and clapping, and that'll do it. Fairfax winning the Charles Barkley Division, the 8th grade championship, really dominating it. And we're going to grab our star players in just a moment, interview on the red carpet. 48-14 the final score. And what else can be said? Dominant performance by Fairfax on all ends of the floor. Offense, defense, ball distribution, generating turnovers. Paris Locke, one of the star players, really locked in to her game, getting a lot of assistance from her teammates. And in just a moment, we are going to get the chance to speak to those players. Again, you're watching the Philly Face-Off on PhillyFaceOffLive.com.
32 and 20 speaks. Everyone else behind them, hustle.
And we'll be right with them just a moment.
Joe. Number 32 and 20. 32 and 20 speak for the whole team.
Okay, Joey Glenn here, PhillyFaceOffLive.com. I'm here with Paris Locke and Destiny Ward just after their win, both playing a tremendous game. And wow, I got the whole team behind me. The whole team is MVPs today. Paris, you were all over the floor today. This is the Charles Barkley Division Championship. Had a similar game to Charles Barkley in the sense of being all over the floor. What can you say about your teammates that helped you to your performance?
We did a very good job pushing the ball, and the kid guards was looking for me, and I really appreciate that.
Okay, and Destiny as well. This was certainly a team effort. This was no one player that stood out. What can you say you're most impressed by your teammates in this performance?
Being able to keep their head up and looking for the ball. Looking for the person running out and getting open shots.
Fairfax wins this one. They won the Charles Barkley 8th Division Championship, and we have everyone behind us as we are going to have more behind. But also, what else can you talk about? You had shots from outside, assists, and everything. What did you feel was working best for you today?
What was working best for me today was my assist. Looking up and seeing my open teammates run down the floor was really helpful for our team.
Okay. And what can you say about Boston? Because despite the outcome, you can certainly give credit to how they performed in those final minutes.
They did a good job. They kept playing, even though they were getting beat. They kept playing and they kept fighting.
Absolutely. Certainly impressed by everyone's performance today. And again, this was one more. Okay. I just want to keep going. So, overall, how did you feel about your performance today? Certainly, you had a lot of moves out there. But again, what can you say about your teammates' performance that helped you win this today?
My teammates did a tremendous job. I did very good too, and everybody just did good.
Certainly, indeed. Again, this was the Fairfax Stars Baltimore Premier, winning the Charles Barkley Division 8th grade championship. And we are going to be back with our next one. Again, you're watching the Philly Face-Off on PhillyFaceOffLive.com, presented by BixtarSports. All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
Hey, ladies, just stop us over here. McKenna.
Good job. Good job.
Chase,
He's not good on the spot.
is this yours?
Gotta keep going.
We grabbed all the bags.
Yeah.
No, just
Select one.